episode
with Dad,
what's your name?
Benio.mootoo. I have 4. Ta-da. If you really love your family, you would put things in place to take care of them, even when you are not around. Men are by nature providers. And if you are not providing for your children, you're not being a dad. You're not being right. You're not even being a man. So that might sound harsh, but the fact is, children need us more than we need them. And happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Anna Unscripted. Today we're with
Benio.mootoo, I'm called the dad.
And I'm Fendi, the older sister that Anna loves to copy.
No, Fanny stole my introduction. She's the sister that loves to copy. Hence, today she has on a similar dress like mine.
She begged me to wear this dress.
Wrong.
So
But
we can
anyways,
match.
let's move on. Daddy,
Yes,
how much kids do you have?
I have 4 children, 3 girls and 1 boy.
So if you all did not know, Fendi is Daddy's favorite out of the 4 children. So Dad, I think you should share first what it's like being a dad. Actually, no. First tell them what you do. Because I think people know you to just be an insurance agent. But
Yeah.
that's not actually what you did for your life.
No,
So,
I've almost always been in sales, all kinds of sales. I've been told that I could sell ice to an Eskimo and cobes to a hearless man. Whether that is true or not, it's what I've been told.
You can have a hairy back.
You see, you could have a hairy back or hairy legs. Who knows? Used to manage an engineering solution provider company. And from there, I came into insurance. I was asked in 2017 if I would like to consider doing insurance, that there are so many lives that need saving. And being a minister, and I love the idea of saving souls, saving lives, came as an added bonus. So I love it. I love when people provide for families, especially fathers, mothers, and even children provide for their families. I got into insurance because I love saving lives. As a minister, I love saving souls, and having been inducted into the insurance arena, I now have the opportunity to save many lives. We save lives daily. One life may very well save a family. So that's what I do. That's what I enjoy.
so he actually works at a Guardian Group. So if y'all need insurance, shameless plug, y'all could reach out to him. Dad, so you wear many hats, right? And of course, one is being a dad. So what it's like being a dad to 4 gremlins.
They're not gremlins, they are blessings.
Speak for yourself.
And for
then.
those, yeah, and for those who didn't know, being a dad is the greatest thing in the world. We mimic the persona of God Himself to our families. We are meant to provide for all those, especially those we brought into the world. And my children is everything to me. I even
Especially
provide for them in
family.
their dreams.
Especially Fendi.
No? So let's get that cleared. All my children are my favorites.
But his,
All.
okay, but you
Hold
know
on.
what? On his phone, his screensaver is Fendi.
because Fendi put it there.
But you didn't change it.
And
It's not my fault that I am the most attractive child, okay? It is not my
She's your
fault that
favorite,
out of
but
all
okay.
of them, that daddy likes to see my face the most.
And then
So of
for
course he would put-
everybody, out of all the children, she gets the longest message on Facebook and the longest whatever. Fanny could call 50 million times. He will answer. I will call and the phone will just be ringing.
that is not
That is
true.
not
That is
true.
so true.
No.
Right? But continue.
My children are what I look forward to. So many times on my jobs, various jobs, my bosses and I may not see eye to eye, and I felt like leaving the job that day or at that time. And then I remember the little mouths that I have. And immediately, even though I may be right, I go and I apologize. It gets me to move on, gets the boss, sometimes they come back to apologize. But whether they do or not, my big thing is about providing for my family.
So your family was your motivation, even on your hardest days. That's what got you through it.
Exactly. Everything I do, especially when it's hard and difficult in various ways and means, I think about them and I get through.
What's your favorite memory of us? Or individually of us? Or funny stories?
Anna just fishing.
So,
I know what daddy's favorite story of Anastasia is.
Me too.
Like I
so the thing about it is that Fendi was a girl.
It's
Was
a
a
girl.
girl,
It's a girl.
but I treated her like a little boy, my little tomboy. And Fendi loved it. She was tough in every way. Even the little children around her knew not to mess with Fendi.
Daddy had me climbing trees, playing
Yeah.
with frogs and insects, lizards, all of that.
Snakes.
Walking the dogs, everywhere.
Just because
daddy.
he wanted a son and then he got you.
No, he
No,
always wanted
I
girls.
always
He always
wanted
wanted
girls.
But
My darling wanted
a son.
a son, and but let's get into that. So
Wait, you
Oh,
telling us your favorite memories.
okay, so my favorite.
Start with
mem-
your
my-
favorite memory of Anna.
I have so many, but Anna, I took Anna to climb San Fernando Hill. From the beginning of the climb, Anna was like, seriously, I have Luke and I have Isaiah.
And me.
Isaiah was Spider-Man and Luke was Batman, right? And Fendi and Anna. And Fendi was Supergirl or something like that. She, and Fendi was into it, climbing up San Fernando Hill at the back of the hill.
And Anna and
In,
Luke and Isaiah were younger than Anna.
Yeah.
So technically, Daddy was supposed to have his attention on the two boys
Yeah.
because they were still like 5 and 4 or something, and Anna was like 6 or 7. But Anna, tell them what Anna do on the hike.
So we started the hill, Anna started.
Keep
So
chattering.
I had to keep pushing up and encouraging her. It's going to be all right, baby. Don't look down. Every time she looked down, the murmuring got louder. So anyway, here we are climbing the hill, and for the most part, I didn't have to help the boys. Spider-Man and Batman were anxious to get to the top of the hill, as was Fendi. But a certain character was on me. I was literally carried
And
up,
every minute is, I'm scared, I'm scared,
up
Daddy
the
is
hill.
scared.
And just for context, so it wasn't like a regular, incliner.
So
we were
some-
climbing the hill itself?
San Fernando Hill have
it's-
like two paths. The first path is the regular walkway that you could take to go up, like the walking path to go. And then they had more of like a hiking
back
trail
of the
to
hill.
the back of the hill.
In
and that
Death
one-
Valley or Snake Valley.
Yeah.
That's the area.
And that's the one like where you literally have to like claw
Yeah.
into the earth to
And
pull
pull the
yourself
roots
up
and go up. Yeah.
And poor daddy had Anna on
Because
his
why
back.
are you trying to carry me there to that by myself?
Anna, you weren't by yourself. And the worst part is Isaiah was
I
only
felt
4
so-
and he climbed up the hill on his
But
own.
that wasn't even a safe thing to do.
Yes, Anna.
No, it's not.
Very, very. It was comfortable. Even though you're going back down the hill, you're skating down on
And to make it worse, Daddy had a friend who was living in the hill. In
No,
like,
No, Anna.
yes. You remember the snake man?
I
Anna,
know it
that's
was
a
a
story
snake man.
daddy made up.
No, but it had a man who was there that we used to meet.
So-
Or is that a
stranger that
imaginary?
daddy
So Isaiah was excited about characters. So I told him there was
The name of the thing was Snake Valley,
no,
so you make
yes.
up a-
So there was
Somebody
what is it
squatted.
called? The thing that turns into a wolf.
a werewolf.
A werewolf. Yes, and I called the man Wolfie.
The man used to look like that.
And yeah, and another person who I can't remember his name. I gave him a name too, and these guys went along with it. I just met them there. They lived in the back there. They used to
built
hunt
like a
and
little
build a
shed
hut.
in the
in the back
side
there.
of the hill.
I don't know if they still live there, but they lived there and lived off the forest there. So anyway, going back, when we almost reached to the top of the Siana, that's the top there, you know. A certain lady climbed off my shoulders, scampered to the top and said,
I did it.
I did it.
She needed, mind you, daddy, take her up the top of the hill, and I
Okay,
even
but
touched
let's
the
just say
ground.
I have recovered over my fear and I have been doing
Yes,
very well.
yes.
But my
in the
favorite,
last few months.
my favorite story of you as a parent to Anna was every vacation daddy would do something with us. Easter vacation, the tradition was we would make kites. So daddy got brown paper, everybody get to decorate their own kite. He made our kites for us.
No, but it wasn't that. Mommy she bought like these kites for us. Isaiah had a Spider-Man, Fandy had an Ariel, and I had a...
no.
Yes,
no,
it was the princess
No,
kite that was tied
No,
on.
Anna. And that
Hold
was
on.
no.
Can I be allowed to share this part? I bought paper and I made the children color and draw
And
all that they
decorate.
like on the paper. And I made kites out of the paper. I took them to San Fernando Hill where the breeze was strong and healthy. I bought thread and tails and everything for the kite. And so as I fend the kite out, the breeze was so strong. And before you know it, it IO'd.
I don't think
So-
those were the brown paper kites.
So-
those
Yes,
were the
Anna.
Disney kites.
It was the brown paper
So-
for kites. The Disney kite we lost down the islands.
So Isaiah kept asking, Dad, put up mine. I said, okay. I put up Isaiah's own. Same thing
Kite
happened.
burst, fly away.
Right?
That
So I
was-
said, well, Anna, it's just your kite. So I started taking Anna's kite to put it up. Anna started holding her kite. I said, Anna, but we have to put up your kite. No. And she held on to this kite. I said, what happened? She said, Dad, my kite tired.
It want to sleep.
Anna's kite was put in a hutch and remained there for 15 years. When you look in the hutch, it had all
Kite
kinds of little
disintegrates.
holes from all the
Moths
little
and-
bugs and stuff. And it died a natural death. Never flew in its life.
Your other favorite memories?
I remember Anna.
You don't have to
One
worry
day,
about me.
just now, yes.
Clearly, I was your favorite child growing up. You're too
Exactly.
sweet.
We went to a wedding, my wife's cousin's wedding. Anna refused to go down on the ground. So I had to be holding her all the time. And anyone came close, she started screaming. Cried. So they say, okay. Nobody, not even Kimness, was allowed to dance with me that day. That's Anna. One more thing. Anna at the back of the house playing, falls on the ground in the back of the house. I'm in front washing the car. She started crying and screaming my name. Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. So I said, Kimness, I'm washing the car. Just take a look and see what's going on in back there. Kimness went, I don't want you. I want my daddy. So anyway, I had to leave everything, go to the back. I said, what happened, Anna? She got just a little scrape on the knee. And she's dying in the back there. So I said, oh, mama. I said, what happened here? You throw me down. I said, well,
And still to this day has blame him for everything.
I said, but how did I throw you down, mama? Said, because you wasn't here. And I fought down, and she, in her favorite English. I said, Mama, I'm so sorry. I have to kiss this thing and I have to put medicine and fix her, clean her up and put her to watch something on television before I could go back to my car.
Any favorite memory of Fendi?
Fendi.
There's
I know.
so many.
Fendi was an amazing child. One day,
Again.
when we had Anna was I'm not even sure if she was a month yet. And we would bring out Anna and play with her and put her on the bed to sleep. Fendi went into the bedroom, take Anna. And we saw Fendi coming out saying, okay, I have the baby. And Anna was hanging by her neck. Fendi locked Anna under the arm, and you could see Anna's little head here and her whole body dangling. And she's like, I have the baby. I said, okay, mama. Wow, hold the baby. Very good. And I'm coming. Because I could not take the chance to let Fendi throw down Anna. And I had to take Anna. So that was an amazing thing.
She used to bite people too.
No, that's not. No.
Anna.
Fendi's favorite thing was cod liver oil. All of them.
No, I never liked cod liver
Anna
oil.
never liked anything.
All did.
No, I did
Anna
not.
never liked
I used to
No.
vomit.
No.
Daddy, I never liked cod liver oil.
Just now, I'm telling you what I know and remember. So, they love cod liver oil. I put the cod liver oil. I used to buy the large
Tell them what you
7C
should tell
bottle.
us about what the cod liver oil was.
How it's tonic. It would make you strong and healthy, make your hair shiny, make your skin shiny, and you would be beautiful.
Daddy's favorite cartoon at that time was Popeye. So if it was Daddy's favorite, it was automatically my favorite. And Daddy used to say because Popeye being and strong, Popeye used to eat his spinach, aka Baji, and Popeye used to drink his cod liver oil. So what did Fendi want to do? Fendi wanted to drink the cod liver oil so I could be strong like her daddy's favorite cartoon character, right? And God.
So I put the cod liver oil on the counter. Missing Fendi. By this time, Anna wasn't born. So, missing Fendi. I said, but where is this child? Fendi is behind the fridge. Quarter of the bottle of cod liver oil missing. Missing.
You didn't feel to vomit?
And Fendi's whole face is cod liver oil all here. going down is because Fanny is like this with the cuddle.
Hugging, cuddleable.
Yeah, and share about Nicole and Isaiah.
Okay.
So if y'all did not know, Nicole is actually my first sister.
Our elder sister.
She is my first child. Nicole, my best memory was one day I took her to lunch and we had a heart-to-heart. It was an amazing experience. Nicole is such a sweet person. She is just one day different in terms of birth dates from Fendi. She is the 4th and Fendi is the 3rd of January. And they're somewhat alike, but different in other ways. And it was an amazing experience. I really enjoyed that. I still think about that. And of course, other things that I love about Nicole that I found her to be fantastic is being a mom and gave me the greatest grandson you could ask for, a beautiful child, still the most loving person I know, and amazing.
He's literally like Isaiah and Daddy combined in one.
He
He just fits in well. So
Same personality, same mannerisms,
the same
everything.
humor. Like Rashawn,
copy and
our
paste.
nephew, has the same humor as our brother.
yeah, he has the dry humor
And a quick wit.
and he is quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this year. So every weekend we used to have Creative
show.
Sunday.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And in Creative Sunday, we would do different things. So this Creative Sunday, we decided to play the Congo Man. Remember the song, the Congo Man? Sparrows, the Congo Man. So we dressed up Anna and Fendi as the two white women traveling through
By the way, I hated doing these things.
Africa. But if you see them, how they dress with big hats and, makeup and, right, long dresses and so on.
And so Daddy and Isaiah had to reenact that song. And so
Right.
Isaiah pulled out Mommy's biggest iron pot and put Anna and I to stand in the pot. So
Anyway, right, the song is playing, and while the song is playing, we are trying to play out what the song is saying. So Isaiah put the two of them in the pot, and then part of the song said, a bite her on her chest and a bite her on her leg. Right? It's because he's trying to
He
bite
bit-
Fendi
he
on
bit-
her leg.
not try, he
And
bit
he's
me.
holding on to the leg, so he's small now, and they're older. And he's holding on. Dad, would you tell them to stop moving their legs so I could bite them? The song says I have to bite them. And he's looking forward. He's like this. He's ready. And they are crying and bawling out. Dad, stop him. He really wants to bite. And they're holding back his head.
Yeah, but remember how he and Fendi used to always be climbing up on the space saver and stuff and throwing down the TVs?
So my last story, if you all remember, was about Isaiah when I went on jury service and I was sequestered. Every day we were allowed to call home and call the family, but of course we had marshals listening in on our calls. And one day I called and Isaiah was crying. I said, what happened, son? Now, he must have been 3 years old or 4 years old, something like that. He was 3. And he was, what happened, son? Dad. And he had this heavy voice for a child. Dad. I said, what happened? Tell me. And you say that I am the man of this house and you left me in charge? I say, yes, son. Well, they beat the man of this house. Stop laughing. So the marshal is laughing, and I had to warn them not to be loud. Anyway, I said, "So tell me what happened." But Dad, they only asking the man of this house to do things. I am the man of this house. Just tell them. And I had to talk to them, only to discover the man of the house was walking around, barking out orders, not doing anything, making mess in the house and say, you have to clean this and you have to clean.
He didn't want to listen to mommy. He said he's the man of this house. And so when mommy tell him, okay, I say it's time to go take a bath or it's time to go put you, I am the man of this house. And he don't want to listen, so mommy crack him. He was so upset.
Poor thing.
Dad, and what is like being a grandpa?
Wow. An amazing experience. An amazing experience.
You want more grandkids?
I love children. And I really look forward to many more children. I want Fendi to have twins, triplets, and Anna to have even more. So, that's what I look forward to.
Okay. So, Dad, you had us, all of that. How was it? One of our memories with you always involved pets. We grew up with animals. In
I
the
think
house.
my friends always say up to this day, even like, if y'all didn't know, I forgot to actually say that we have a new dog, Raven. I didn't introduce her yet. But every time I tell people, like, yeah, we got a new next dog, they're like, what? How many
much
dogs you have?
But
How much birds you have? We had like fishes upon fishes.
Daddy used to
Attack.
breed. He used to have these big glass jars with the fighters. And he would take me every Sunday and we'd go and look, every Saturday, sorry.
We all used to
for
go
new
like fishes.
And he would get me ones and I would say, Daddy, I want that one. And
I used to
Daddy
take
would
you
buy
all
it.
by chais
Yeah.
to see all the
like
fishes, and you all will get a chance to choose. I had
He had birds upon birds.
yeah.
We had my first set
You had
of
a
birds
farm.
Daddy ever bought me were 2 parakeets, Jasmine and Aladdin. And Daddy
And then we had Barbie and Ken.
and we used to take the best part was like Daddy never made taking care of the animals a chore. It was always an adventure to go do it.
Yeah.
We're going to clean out the cage for the parakeets. This is it. And he would tell us story. Well, Jasmine today woke up and she made breakfast for Aladdin, and Aladdin got Jasmine these perfect little seeds out, and he would make a whole story. The fishes had everything was a story.
Even to wake us up in the morning had a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you ask me, what is my favorite memory of having, the best part about having Daddy as our father was everything was an adventure. So every morning we had to wake up to get ready for school or to go somewhere, and Daddy turned that into a race. And if you know anything about people born in January, you know they're competitive people.
Yeah, but you know
So-
what? Like Fanny was also the slowest. But mommy used to cheat, right?
I was not the slowest.
Mommy used to cheat.
Mommy
Mommy used to cheat.
okay, before
She used to be hiding people's things.
So before you
Hello,
go into
kind of
mommy
thing, right?
being
My
a cheat,
stuff.
can I explain?
For you all to
Can I
win.
explain? So that it was a race in the morning to see who could get ready first. Meaning it was 3 different categories. You had 4 different categories you had to go through. Wake up, shower, eat, get dressed, and
Everything
be out the
needs
door
to be finished.
first.
Like hair,
Yeah, your
food
hair have to be
eaten.
combed, shoes on, and you have to be out the door first. So when Daddy first
And we
started
had to
it,
sing
it
for
was
you.
only me and Dad at the time because Anna didn't start going to school as
Right.
yet. And then it became all of us, even up until I was in high school, university, and we still playing this game. Like to this day, that's something that I miss about
We
living
clearly need
at
to bring
home.
it back because both of them just run rallies. I'm gonna tell you, if
I
there's
don't
2
run.
people in the family, you can count on to be late. it's Fendi and Daddy, right?
Whatever. The point is, what I face like this, nobody watching the time.
Wow.
When you win,
And you know what? He's complaining about Fendi being late, but he's the same exact way.
No.
and then when you won, sing the song, Daddy. If I won,
So Fendi is the winner girl, the winner girl, the winner girl.
Right?
Fendi, and you have to do all the actions. Everybody have to sing
who
for the
won
winner.
For the winner.
Right? And they have to dance. You know, the winners dance in the middle and you have to sing.
And then you
She
would
winning all the time.
then another
She win, she win, she win, she win, she win,
Okay, don't
she
give
win,
everybody
she
a
win.
song, Daddy. And then another thing Daddy would do
Copyright
is something that has translated well, and I think has helped Anna in her job and Isaiah with his humor, is that he would start off extempo. Random days he would start singing extempo, and
I don't think that technically helped me with my job, but I think what helped me with my creativity was like every time Daddy had to carry us anywhere, like I never used to be in any car with Daddy, cause fun he used to get in real accidents. So at a point in time, like Daddy needed a bush mat or something, because the amount of accidents this man was
gosh.
getting. So when he had to drive, I used to be like so scared
Anna
for
used
my
to
life,
buckle
right?
herself into that.
So then he decided to do this game where he used to like start a story and like we all
And
used
we
to
have to
have
tap
to
you on
like
your shoulder
be
and
like
you
adding
continue
your
the
part. So
story.
it used to be like once upon a time, and then finally be like there was a man and we have to like make up this story. I think that helped
From
me with
one
my creativity.
creative writing. It was
Yeah.
designed to help them with their creative
And it made me like
writing.
get over my fear of. Still to this day, I don't really like in the car with Daddy. I will
That is
prefer to
not
drive
true.
him out.
Daddy's worst accident was he just got a brand new vehicle. It was a brand new Honda Civic.
Yeah.
He was somewhere down Mearo, Maruga side, somewhere far deep in the bush. And Daddy ended up driving off a precipice. And his vehicle was literally like slanted like this.
It was
off
down in the river.
And you
and
know
I
what?
don't know how.
I don't even know how
no.
these accidents used to happen because it wasn't like he was drinking and driving, y'all.
This man,
He's just driving
lived-
normal.
He come out that car with not a scratch on his
The car was
body.
completely written off.
Right, his tie still in place, everything. He walked, like how long you walk till you get help, Daddy?
Not long, about
He had
5,
to climb
10
up
minutes.
And you
that
know what?
precipice
Mommy
to
should
get
have
out.
known that was going to be her life because a few days before their wedding, he got into an accident.
1 week before the wedding.
Almost didn't make it to the altar.
Huh?
Right?
It was 3
It-
days before your
It
wedding.
was 3 days.
And they called and they
No, it
told
was
her
one
that Daddy died in the accident. And
Yeah.
she was devastated.
So like that was a prelude of what was to come. But I think my favorite memory of you, what was my favorite memory of you? Maybe going for ice cream or Daddy. Isaiah and I used to fight for Daddy. This might be gross, but let me just tell you. Every time Daddy came home from work, between Isaiah and I, we used to
Had to
fight
lift
for
all of
Daddy's
them.
shirt. You see the shirt he wore that
Daddy used
whole
to wear
entire
a
day?
vest or like
Right?
in a shirt under
That
his
shirt
dress
he wear
shirt.
all over. Come and think of it, that's so gross. He used to have to take it off, and we used to fight to see who could get it, to put it on and
And
sleep,
to smell
sleep.
whole night.
Because he
right?
just-
And if you didn't get it, we used to cry and complain because we wanted it.
But the thing is,
Right?
that Daddy never was like a smelly person. He doesn't have like bad like body.
I don't know
odor.
why we just didn't
And
want a
his
t-shirt
clothes
with his
used to always
perfume.
still
So-
smell like his perfume.
So let me explain that. So my children were very inclined to me, all of them. And so when they
You
had
should
to
see mommy behind this camera
Yeah.
right now.
when it was time to leave them in the crib by themselves, we had to get them to sleep. And because they used to sleep on me, on the bed, I figured out taking off my t-shirt that had my scent on it, and I would spread it on the crib, and they would sleep for the whole night without waking up. Other than that, they are on our bed right through. So that is what we had to do.
And every night, Daddy was in charge of doing the night handoff, basically. So he would be the one in charge of like putting us to bed. Every night we would get a story. Majority of the
Story.
times he
Because of that, like now I still sleep the way Daddy used to tuck us in. Like I cannot sleep without like the sheets not being like under me completely, so I can't move because he used to like wrap us like a taco.
he used to like
If I
tuck
have
us in
any
tight.
sort of air coming through my sheets, I cannot sleep.
But every night, I think one thing that was really important was every night Daddy would tell us a story, and almost all the time the story would be a story from the Bible. So in him doing it like that, because he was so knowledgeable about the Bible, he would condense it in a way that it was children appropriate, and he would tell us the story in the night. And so that's how we ended up forming a relationship with
just
God. And
I want to
do that.
stick up in there. So I told Fendi the story about Samson, and Fendi was doing classes for First Communion, and Fendi went to the class, and the teacher was using the children's version of that same story. And Fendi told the teacher, no, miss, you have it wrong. You are saying it wrong. And the teacher asked Fendi to give the story, and she gave such a good account of the story, the biblical account, that the teacher said to me, Mr. Mootoo, she doesn't need to come back here. You could just bring her
On the day of
on the
confirmation.
day of First Communion. Fendi is more than ready. She knows everything about everything I have to speak about.
So another memory I remember of Daddy was he really loved cricket. He still loves playing cricket. And he used to carry us to his cricket matches. And one cricket match, I got a ball to my head.
It's wind ball, eh? It's a
Explains-
wind ball.
It maybe explains
just a-
a lot in my life right now. But let's talk about your hobbies. I still,
So-
every time I think of that memory, I always tell that, like, once a week I tell somebody that story, and the pain is still very fresh in my head. Right?
That is sickness.
I mean, the ball literally found Anna with that
In
little
the
piece
car
of it.
seat.
Then again, Anna had a big head, so
In the car seats.
Listen,
Right?
oh my goodness.
That's
So, Dad, tell us about your hobbies. Because if y'all did not know, Daddy still has hobbies.
Yes, I still have. I love animals first. Always love animals, including strays. Right? I believe every animal has the right to life, and if I could do anything about it, I will. I remember we found a stray cat, and Fendi is the one who found it, and we brought it home and we took care of the cat. And I think that cat lived with us. We found stray puppies.
one Christmas we found the cutest little white fluffy stray dog. He was like a miniature pumpback kind of on the main road in Gasparilla.
Correct.
I begged Daddy, stop, look at this doggy, please, Daddy, stop. Daddy stopped. He took care of, Mommy said, no, Benio, no, we have enough dog. No, we can't afford to take this. No. And I said, Daddy, please, just one little cry. And Daddy said, okay, Kimness, I'll stop in. He stopped, he picked up the dog. We still went to Clooney.
Yeah.
He took care of the dog there, brought the dog back home. The dog
I
was
gave it
covered
away,
in
you know.
mange. He had worms all over him.
Yeah.
And Daddy took his bare hands and he cleaned this dog. He bathed this dog. He nursed this dog back to health.
I
and
gave it to
he
some
was
people
able
down
to
the
get
road.
a home
Yeah.
for this doggy. Although I begged him to keep it, Mommy. I think Daddy would have let me keep the dog. It's just that
Yeah, but we had way too many dogs.
no,
we
Anna,
still
we
just had too many dogs.
only had the two Rottweilers at the time. We had Pharaoh
Yeah.
and Nero at the time. But Mommy was just the meanie who said no. But that would have been a nice
Alright.
dog for
So,
us.
Dad, your hobbies. Tell us about your hobbies. What do you do now?
So I'm still playing with ball cricket. I
Even in the house.
I played hardball cricket.
Even in the house at 8 o'clock in the night, he's playing with a bat and ball. So if you did not know Fandy, last night I came out of my room to see mommy running daddy down to take away the bat. Because you know why? He wants to play cricket in the house at 8 o'clock in the night, close to the TV. The TV is right behind him. And he's there practicing his bowling.
When we were children, like I think if you watch the Mother's Day episode, you'd know this, but Dad would turn the entire living room into a play area. It was a fort, it was a cricket field, it was a football field, depending on what game you're playing. It was a hide and go seek arena. It was everything. So Daddy playing cricket inside the house is just a sign that he need a little person to play. Oh, mommy says she was the one bowling.
Bowling last night.
Daddy never asked a question. She bowled straight or the ball was wide?
No, your mommy could bowl. With both hands. I mean, like, seriously, she could pelt that ball hard. You know, she needs a team.
What other hobbies do you do?
Football.
Apparently he plays football.
I played professional football for many years.
Football clubs,
and
shoes now.
Olympus Sports and Cultural Club. And I have tugs still. I beat Pan in my life. I beat Pan with South Stars. We were the only South band.
I think that's where I got my love for Pan.
Yeah,
I think I'm the only child that like Pan.
To make the finals in Panorama in Port of Spain.
Child could play Pan. I like
Lachlan and the Guns, South Stars was the name. So
you just play that thing, that harmonica.
Yes, well, I love to play the mouth organ.
I'm telling you, he has so much, and mommy hides every single one of them.
And
our mothers are real killjoy.
Oh
right?
my goodness.
Let me tell you, our mother,
it's the most
that brings daddy
instrument.
happiness, she just take it away.
So I shouldn't take it
Daddy
away.
like to play cricket. Mommy tell him, man, he need to devote more time home. Daddy playing football.
That is not true. I chose
That's not
to
true.
do.
She's very supportive.
She hide it.
Well, I can understand that because it's very annoying. Also, what daddy loves to do, that drives me insane every single morning. But I know when I move out, I will miss it. He is up early, the same time as me, okay? And he will watch a million videos of the
Shorts.
right? Right through. And I'll be like, Dad, can you lower it down, please? Like, I'm getting overstimulated. And he leaves the phone to go do something else, and it's still playing. And I'm like, can you stop
So I could hear it.
And he goes,
while I'm doing.
he goes, wait, what you saying? Oh, I didn't stop it? No. And then he also loves to play music very loudly. Like
Another thing Daddy does do that I think was really special to me with our relationship was Daddy would wake up every morning at 3 o'clock and pray. So if you wake up to use the bathroom, you know 3 o'clock in the morning you're gonna see that living room light on and Daddy either on his knees or sitting down with the Bible in front of him and he praying. And he have a list of people. I think by the time Daddy finished intercede for people, an hour passed because the list is so big. And then we as children would add to that list, Daddy, our friend doing so and so, or somebody that we know, Daddy, are having this problem. And so as a young adult, even as a teenager, it became a habit of waking up that time in the morning to go pray with Daddy. You're falling asleep on yourself, but for me it was special that time when I got married.
Whenever they're in problems, it's to see them getting up 3 o'clock in the morning. If they have an exam or something that they feel that they're going to fail, oh gosh, they're faithful as soon as things done. You can't find them, they're sleeping.
You're sitting down with your textbook and Daddy there praying and I there studying. No way.
Yeah.
But no, even now that I've gotten married, I miss that, like 3 o'clock in the morning, like not having, that's like a comfort thing.
So 3 o'clock in the morning is a very significant time. The Holy Spirit revealed to me that this is a time where it has the changing of the guards. The angels would come in and they would report. And I found that that's the time I storm heaven. So I go with all my problems and I take, like an angel, I storm heaven. And I pray about everything. And it takes care of all my problems even before my days start. So it's still does.
And Daddy's a creature of habit. Every morning he eats cardboard, cinnamon flavored cardboard. Every day. Before he had cinnamon flavored cardboard, it used to be a cup of tea, black tea, no sugar, and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
And he
right?
love a toast bread and a toast roti.
And
so
every
much
night,
so,
that's what he would have for dinner. And
so much so, I made steak for him the other night and he ate it, but then he came back to say no, he has to eat the toast roti.
And now
Right.
he's obsessed with toast roti and toast bread to the point that Coda, our bully,
That's all he
is-
loves.
that's all he wants
can't
to eat.
resist
He
a
does not
toast
want to
roti or
eat
toast bread.
his dinner, but he will eat toast bread. Like, what kind of dog enjoys toast bread? But Coda
Kerrygold
does.
butter,
So that
who wouldn't want that?
while we wrap up this episode, because I think it was a really fun episode, it's also Father's Day. So I think you should leave some words of encouragement to upcoming dads, current dads,
Yeah.
and probably a little thing about insurance.
Okay, so I told you about insurance, and it's about saving your loved ones. We tell people, because we believe this, that if you really love your family, you would put things in place to take care of them, even when you are not around. Dads, a message for dads. Men are by nature providers. And if you are not providing for your children, you're not being a dad. You're not being right. You're not even being a man. So that might sound harsh, but the fact is, children need us more than we need them. And the day we come to realize that they need us more is the day we should do more for them. There is no such thing as enough that I wouldn't do for my children. Sometimes Fendi's married, and she would call wee hours of the morning. And if she calls, I'm available. I'm sleeping on myself, but I'm available to her. So will Anna. If anything is going on in Anna's life, she comes. And whatever the problem is, I put aside my time to deal with her. I make time for my children. If ever we forget as men what is important, just remember, after God is man, but after man is the love for our family and children. God's blessings be upon you, and happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us this Father's Day with Dad. And don't forget to like and subscribe, follow us on Spotify, like us on YouTube, and stay tuned for our next episode. Bye.